Well, today we have Michael Corbin on the line, and Michael, you had an awesome job this last month. You went 10,000 points OLL. I mean, you basically did just a fantastic job. What things would you say are really important for a person to look at in terms of building his business?
Well, it's a great question, Al. And in terms of looking at building your business, I think the very most important thing that somebody can do is follow the advice of your up team. The only reason it happened for me is because I got with Kenny Rossi. We made a commitment, which I think is the very first thing that's important. But once we made the commitment, we had a plan. And we laid out the plan, and then we followed it. It wasn't magic. It wasn't rocket science. It wasn't anything that because I'm so great, but it's just a matter of working with the team. And so, for years I had heard, make a commitment, make a commitment, make a commitment. And I kind of did. And I had like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But when you jump in with both feet, that's when the magic happens.
Michael, but you're a man of great character, great depth, and I've always loved being around you. It's so exciting for me to see you go after this thing with what I would call almost reckless abandon. You're going after it. How does it feel? How does it feel to get after it with everything you got?
It's scary as hell. I mean, to be honest with you, but the cool thing is that I know I've got support. And, when I say Kenny and I made a plan, we didn't just make a plan for this month. We made a plan for the next foreseeable future. And so we're working it. We've got 4 more months of intense activity. We'll see where the chips fall.
In terms of being connected to the team, you do a good job of staying connected to Kenny and the team and so forth. What do you do to get your teammates that are underneath you and your down team to also not quibble with the price, so to speak?
Well, that is a very good question. And you know what? A lot of that is just built on trust and character. I mean, when you think about it, the people that I bring in, they were connected to me somehow, right? And so the people that they bring in are connected to them somehow. So what I just have to do is I just have to build the trust that, hey, if I ask for this and I ask you to make a commitment for whatever that might be, I have to have enough of a relationship with them that they trust me enough to go ahead and do that. Now, some of that came with the territory because they trusted me enough to get in the first place. But some of that you have to earn along the way by showing that you care, that you're willing to work with them, that you are able to help coach them and guide them. I have teammates that call sometimes and they're a little bit down maybe, or things aren't going real well. And, just by asking them a few questions, I start to get that turned around a little bit, and I help them to feel more confident in what they're doing. And when you can do that, you can go places. And I know that some of that is just some of my experience in life as a sales manager for many years and that sort of stuff. I'm used to coaching people. And so you just have to make people feel confident and good about themselves and give them hope, give them the knowledge that they can do it.
Bill Lee has a huge vision. And I know you've gotten a chance to go on a Serve First trip and see it firsthand as to what kind of good we do in the world. But you know what? This vision that Bill Lee has, it's worthy of us joining. When you're talking to a brand new person or a new associate, how do you get even a glimpse of how big that vision is that Bill has?
I feel so blessed and so honored that I was able to go on that Serve First trip. That has served me so well, because one of the things that has happened is it opened my eyes to just exactly how blessed we are where we live. There's so many parts of the world that's not the case. And to have that experience and then share that experience with new people that are coming in and tell them how Bill Lee's vision is to help the world. I oftentimes have told people that, Bill has often said that that he's just simply a farmer. He said that, when people ask him about why he doesn't take any money from the organization, that he doesn't need any more money. He's got plenty of that. And it's just such a refreshing change. And I tell people the stories about how he doesn't take any money, because I think that illustrates to them just what a great person that he is. I don't know of any other owner of any other organization anywhere on earth that doesn't take money from their organization. And, to have an owner that does that is very refreshing. And I just share my stories from my automotive career, and, talk about how they always took money and they wanted more. And whatever I made them as a sales manager or general manager just never seemed to be enough. And Bill Lee's quite the opposite. And so I think just sharing that, talking about his philanthropy, I think that makes all the difference.
The last thing, I guess, is it took a while for you to make that commitment. What can we do to get people to make that commitment earlier?
Wow, I might be the wrong person to ask that question of, because I don't know what it would have taken to get me to make that commitment earlier. There was a couple of times along the way that I think I kind of made that commitment, but I just never really got it. Listen to your up team. Take what they tell you to heart. Ingest it, digest it, regurgitate it over and over and over again, and just stay close to the fire. One of my big problems was that for a while I kind of got away from the fire. I was using the products on a daily basis. The products are awesome. They'll be with me for the rest of my life. But in terms of the business side, I let all kinds of things, stand in the way, get in the way, change how I felt. I was always kind of connected to it, but I was never totally connected to it. So jump in now with both feet.